I will show you now how to run a tensile test. This is the specimen we will test today. It is made of 4 layers of carbon fiber epoxy pre-preg, where all the fibers are oriented in the loading direction. So we call the specimen 04 unidirectional. As you can see, it is equipped with tabs with sandpapers where we will attach the extensometer. And before we start to test, we need to know the average cross section, and for that we need to measure the width and the thickness. And we do that using the caliper. We switch it on here, and then we close the tips. And when it is not 0, we should push this yellow button to make it 0. And then we start the measurement. For the width, you take 3 positions close to the middle and keep the specimen perpendicular to the tips, and then you can read it's about 19.2 millimeter. Another measurement in the middle, 19.3, and third one here, 19.2. So we take the average. And for the thickness, we take 3 measurements from each edge. So here 0.64, 0.6, and 0.6, and we do the same from the other edge. So we have average of 6 measurements in the total. We have shown you in separate videos how to install the specimen in the machine. So now we have our specimen already installed. It is clamped. The extensometer is attached in the middle. The pin is out. We remove it. And the safety limits are set. And now everything is ready for the test. And I am also ready for the test. So as you know, the machine cannot work without the software, without the computer. And here in the screen you can see the Blue Hill software. As I explained before, in the top left we have the extension, then we have the load, and then we have the strain that is measured through the extensometer. And here again the load, but it's not so important. Everything is ready for the test. We have the extension in the left 0. We have the load very small, and the strain is balanced to 0. Before we start the test, we need to create a method here, but this we will show you in another video. So we will use something already created, and we are planning to load the specimen to 0.4% and then unload it. Then we go to test. So we click here, and here we can see the different methods exist in the software, and we can select this one that we have already created, and then we can put the name of the specimen. For example, we have carbon fiber epoxy unidirectional 1, and then you put next. Again you put the name of the specimen, UG1, and here they are asking to put the temperature and the humidity. Right now the temperature is 24 and humidity is 15. Then next. So we have again carbon fiber epoxy UG1, and here we will put the thickness, which is 0.6, and the width is 19, and then we press next, and then we are ready for the test. And here we have the start button to start the test. So now everything is ready for a test. The machine is ready, the specimen is ready, and the software is ready. During the test, we are not going to see the specimen because we are not expecting too much to see, because we are not expecting that the specimen will break at 0.4%, and we will rather look at the screen to follow the graphs. Now you go to the upper right corner of the screen. Here there is the start button, and you press it to start the test. Here there are two graphs that appear. One is strain from extensometer versus the time, and the second one is the load versus the extension. That it is coming as far as we have more data. And you can also look up, you can follow the extension, the load, now 3,800 Newton, and also the strain 0.3%, and as I said, we are going to load until 0.4%. Now it's unloading, and you can see also in the graph that it is unloading. The load also is decreasing, as you can see. And now it's the end of the test, and when it is finished, so you go here, there is the finish button that you should press, and it asks, you can now finish this sample, and click this button to finish the sample and save the sample file. So we should click here, finish sample, and it asks if you want to generate a word report, so we say OK. And then they ask if you want to test another specimen, but we'll say no, we don't want now. And now you have an Excel file created that you can use, and it will have all the data you need to plot graphs and to do your measurements of stiffness, for example, or something else. Now the test is done. We will remove the specimen, and in other videos we will show you how to create a method, how to test a specimen with strain gauge, and how to install the strain gauges, and also how to analyze the data. And thank you for following.